Hi. Today we're going to do a little bit of math using dominoes. So today's target is to use dominoes, those guys, to match numbers. So dominoes are a fun thing I used to love when I was in kindergarten. If you do not have dominoes at your house, a parent could probably make them for you by cutting up maybe the back of a cereal box and then drawing the domino dots on them for you, and then you'd have some dominoes to play with too. One way I know we like to play with dominoes is stack them all up and then knock them over. That's fun too. Today we're going to use them by looking at the dots. So when it says that we want to match our numbers, if I look at this domino, for example, this side you can see just those red dots on that side. That is 3 dots. You can tell by looking at it without even counting. And then that side, can you see how many that is? How many blue dots is there? Yeah, did you say 5? There's 5 blue dots. So if I want to match those dots up, I just have to find a domino that has, for example, this one. And do you see how it also has 3? And those two match. Now the ends don't match. That's 6 yellow ones and 5 blue ones, but the 3 reds match. So now there's 3 and 3. So I'm going to do something funny. I'm going to turn my computer now to look at the table. So I'll see you later. Here we go. Okay, so here's our table. So I have 2 dominoes that match, and I'm going to match them up just like that. So those 2 sides touch because they match up. So now I need to look for either a 6 yellow dots, or I can look for 5 blue ones. So to get started, if you want, you can just have all your dominoes facing up kind of around you. And I can even put them around so you can see these are like my extras that I'm not playing with right now. I've got a whole bunch of them. So I have a 5, so I'm going to link my 2 5s together. So they have to touch because they are matching. So now if I think of this like a snake, I only have a head and a tail. The tummy has already been matched, so they're done. So I'm only looking at heads and tails. If I look at my heads and tails, I have a choice I can do. I can match those 6 with this side, or I can match that domino that has 1s up with this. I'm going to match my 1s. And I'm going to actually turn my snake. So my snake's now going this way. They still touch. So we're good. And so funny, it's another 1. So I still am looking for a 6 or a 1. Yep, there it is. And I'm going to make his tummy, his tail go that way. So now he's going to be curving around. And when I look at my heads and my tails, I see that number. What number is that? That's right, 2. Or I'm searching for 1. Well, does that one fit? Sure does. Can I put it over here? No, no, no. Because those don't match. And we want numbers that match today. That's a 1, that's a 2. So it has to go over here on his tail. So there we go. He's linked up. All right. So now, that's funny because this one has no number, does it? It's a 0. So that is, I'm looking for a 0 or a 1. And I've got these 2 here. So would either of those ones work? I'm looking for a 0 or a 1. So this one doesn't work because it's a 4 and a 3, so I'm going to put him away. But this one works. A 0 and a 1 on the same one. So I can link it with my 0 side or my 1 side. I just have to make sure they touch. I'm going to link it over here. So that's my 0. There we go. Oh gosh. Now my head and my tail are both a 1. Ooh, I hope I don't run out of dominoes. But I see one over here. There it is. So what are my numbers on this domino? Yep, a blue 1 and how many yellows? Can you count the yellows? Should we count them together? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See how they're, oh gosh, sorry, it went out of the camera, didn't it? It's hard to count and be on camera at the same time. Let's try that one more time. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and down at the bottom, 4, 5, and 6. Gosh, that was harder than I thought. Whew, okay. Well, the 6 isn't going to link up anywhere, but the 1 does, so let's turn it around and keep our snake going. Okay, so now I'm looking for a 6 or a 1. A 6 or a 1. Do you see which one of my dominoes would match? A 6 or a 1? Well, I don't see any 1s, so I'm going to put that one away, but I do see a yellow 6, so I'm going to link them up. There we go. Ooh, okay, so now my head is a 0 and my tail is a 1. So I need to look for a 0 or a 1. These are some of the dominoes I have. Is that 0 or 1? Nope. How about this one? Nope. 2 2s. How about this one? Yes. So that one's a 3. Can't use that side, but this one's a 0. I can use that side. Now I'm going to link it up over here. There we go. Okay, so now I have a 3 or a 1. So if I was playing with someone else, I might take turns. Look at that one fits, doesn't it? So if I'm taking turns, it would be my turn, and then it would be someone else's turn. So now, if it's someone else's turn, they have to look for a 3 or a 1. So my friend would look for a 3 or a 1, and look at that. It has both. I love it when it does that. So I'm going to link up my 2 1s. They have to touch. Now this is tricky. My head is a 3 and my tail is a 3. See how it starts here? Okay, I have 3s everywhere. And I see a domino sitting here that has a 3. And that side, how many dots is that side? That's right, 4. Okay, well, I'm going to link up my 3 and my 3. So they're touching. And so now my friend or me has to look for a 4 or a 3 if they want to keep playing. Once you run out of dominoes, the game is over and you get to restart. There we go. Ooh, now I've got a 3 on this side and a 2 on that side. So I keep on going. Look at that one. Double 2s. You can play this game lots of ways. You can play it where all of your dominoes are face down and you have to draw a secret, a mystery one up. And then if it links up, you can lay it down. And if it doesn't, you keep it in your pile. And then the first person who's out of dominoes wins. That's another way to play dominoes. So a 3 or a 2. Okay, let's keep searching. Is this a 3 or a 2? No, that's too many. How many is this? 4, that's right. And that one, do you remember what that one is? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that one's too big. Keep on searching. What about this one I'm looking for? Remember, a 3 or a 2? 3 or 2? Nope. Keep searching. 3 or 2? Nope. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5 and a 0. That's right. Okay, that one doesn't work because I need a 3 or a 2. Keep searching. Aha. Which side's right? Point to it. That's right, the top one. Let's go lay it down. This snake's going to be close to the other one, so I have to make sure I don't make a mistake. Okay, so it goes from here. Tight corner, all the way to the end. So now I've got a 3 or a 1. Well, I have to keep searching. Oh, I think I found one. Do you see a 3 on that one? Yes! Bing, bing! Where am I going to put this one? I'm running out of snake room. I must be almost done. Okay, so now I'm searching for a 2 or a 1. Well, I've got this one. Does it work? Nope. Does that work? I need a 2 or a 1. 2 2 or 1. Does that work? Nope. What number is that? 2 or 1. 2 or 1. Does that work? Nope. Does that work? I need a 2 or a 1. 2 or 1. Does that work? Nope. What number is that? 2 or 1. 2 or 1. Does that work? Nope. What number is that? 6 and 4. 6 is too big. 4 is too big. Keep searching. Uh-oh. Look at all those dots. No, way too big. A 6 and a 6. Uh-oh. 2 and 1. I might be out of dominoes. If I'm out of dominoes, then my snake is done being built. Nope. 4 and 4. What do I need? 2 and a 1. Search again. 2 and a 1? Nope. What number is that? The blue is? Yep. And the yellow is? Right. 5 and 6. Too big. This is my last domino. Will this one work? No. Oh my gosh. My snake is done. So those are my extra dominoes. I didn't get to use them in this snake, and that doesn't matter. Let's see how many dominoes I did use to make my long snake. You count first. I'm going to touch. You count. And then I'll count out loud with you and see if you got the same number. So here we go. Ready? That is 1, 2. Okay, remember that number. Now let's count together and see if we got the same one. Do you remember what you said when you just said that number? Okay, let's see. Ready? Together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 dominoes. Was 17 the number that you said? Ooh, computer's going to fall over. Was 17 the number you said the first time? So that snake was 17 dominoes. 17 dominoes that all matched. So we did lots of matching numbers. Dominoes is such a fun game. I loved the dominoes, especially when I was little, to have the colors, because then I didn't always have to count. I could be like, oh yeah, yellow and yellow link up. But it's good to know the number. Pretty soon you start memorizing the numbers. So when you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, that's 6. I got it. So that's a great way to play with numbers. And then once you're done, then you can stand them all up and make something that falls over. But I would love to see what snakes you got. And I'd love to know how many dominoes were inside your snake. All right, have a super fun time playing dominoes. Bye, everybody.